Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to English grade 7 video lecture series. I'm your instructor Zia Hamid. I hope students that you are doing great and you are ready for learning about today's students learning outcome. Today we have the topic of gerunds. Are you familiar with the concept of gerund? Do not worry about it. If not, then we are going to learn about it today with examples. So this is according to our students learning outcome. It's very simple. Understand and use gerunds. So what are gerunds and how do we use them in the English language? Let's see. Now students, have you ever used some verbs but not as verbs in the sentences? This is our brainstorming prompt today to talk about and to think about. Now students, we know that nouns are names and verbs are words that show action. But there are some verbs with some addition and they start working as nouns. Isn't it fascinating? Yes, it's very interesting to understand that how verbs can act as nouns. So let's see, and if you can give one example in the class, you can stand up, give your example to inform your fellows and your peers. Alright students, let's understand what are gerunds, and they are very important. It's a very important concept of English grammar that you need to understand. So pay attention and let's get started. Students, a gerund is the ing form of a verb used as a noun. For example, you take a verb, take the word that is describing an action, add ing, add this letter string at the end of the verb. Hence, you can use that verb with ing form as a noun. And obviously, when it is used as a noun, you can use that just like a noun without worrying about that it is a verb. Sometimes a gerund is called a verbal noun because it is derived from a verb. So it has two names. You can call it gerund or you can also call it verbal noun. It can be used as a subject and as an object of a sentence. So just like a noun, we can use noun as a subject and an object. So gerunds can also be used in the same way. Now let's look at an example. Swimming is my favorite hobby. Students, this word swimming is a verbal noun or it is a gerund because the root word over here, swim, is a verb. Then we add extra m to create the ing form. Hence, we have created a gerund. So now swimming is working as a noun. So, swimming is my favorite hobby. Here we are talking about swimming and we are predicating something about our subject. So swimming is our subject, it's a noun, it's a gerund, and this part is the predicate which we are telling something about the subject. I like swimming. For example, this is like saying I like chocolates. But we are using gerund, so we are going to use gerund the same way as we are using our noun. So students, playing, working, swimming, eating, all these verbs with ing form, they are our verbal nouns or gerunds, and you can use them as well. So if you see swimming, you must see that here it looks like a verb in the continuous form, but it is not. This is a noun because it is a gerund. So it's a verbal noun, so it can work as a noun. I hope the confusion and the whole thing about gerund is clear. Noun plus verb plus ing form working as a noun is what we call gerund, and we can use them normally as nouns. Just like we have used some examples over here. Now, let's look at some more examples. The gerunds are highlighted in this slide. Running is an excellent way to keep fit. Hiba is very good at drawing. He loves reading and writing. Is reading a gerund? Yes. Have you ever tried sailing? I don't like watching television. We enjoyed visiting our grandparents. Now here students, these are looking like they are verbs, but they are actually gerunds. And we can tell information about gerunds because it is acting like a subject. So running is an excellent way to keep fit. Hiba is very good at drawing. So drawing here, running, and all these are nouns, and we are giving information about these nouns. Now students, let's talk about some things to know from the book. Some gerunds are used before other nouns like adjectives. For example, a washing machine, a shopping bag, walking boots. Here we have two nouns, machine, but we also have this gerund that is working as a noun. So we can also talk about it and we can work two nouns together. So some gerunds like washing, they are used before other nouns like machine, a washing machine, a shopping bag, walking boots. All of them are nouns that are made up of a gerund and another noun. So students, can you come up with your examples of such gerunds that are working before other nouns? All right. Now, for the classroom activity, what you're supposed to do is write sentences using verbs by changing them into gerunds. So, verb and gerund. For example, cycle. We will add ing in this verb and make a noun. And a noun is the name here, it is the name of an activity. Cycling is an activity that is made up of a gerund. She loves cycling in the countryside. Paint. It can be painting. She like painting. Painting is her favorite hobby. So in this way, you can solve this classroom activity, make gerunds using the verbs. Here is a simulation video for your interest, for your information. A worksheet is attached as well, where you have to use the gerunds according to the worksheet. Students, for the homework, identify the gerunds from these sentences. For example, swimming in the ocean is my favorite hobby. Swimming is an activity, it's a name of an activity or a hobby, so it's a noun, and we can tell information about this noun as we like it. All these resources are added in the description of the video. You can find them and practice your understanding of the student's learning outcome. This is all about today's lecture, dear students. Now it's your job, it's your task to practice gerunds, make sentences with gerunds as much as you can. I'll see you in the next video lesson. Till then, take care of yourselves and Allah Hafiz.